Hello and welcome to a new video on my channel, The Blue Castle of Crafts and Creativity. My name is Anne Lewin. Today I'm going to show you how to make this charming little shed full of borrowed stuff. Imagine building a shed decorated with all our abandoned or lost goods. Let's open the box. Your step-by-step guidance how to build the shed. Plastic bags with all the bits and bobs we need to make the shed. There is even a paintbrush, a pair of tweezers, a battery case and glue included. This looks like an egg carton. And the paint. A can, some wooden bits and other materials. Batteries. These are, I think, the roof tiles for the shed. A heavy white cardboard and a sheet with material to cut out. We start the build by making a window frame for the nice blue door. We decorate the door with small copper beads and a zipper, which we apparently lost. And there's also a very small door for, I believe, the little elves. We work on the wire with a plier, and that could be a song, for a nice effect. We're now going to build a small table where we will place the fruit ball. We have to remove the wooden parts carefully and need to sand it after removing them to make the edges smooth. Now we can glue the parts together. Again, remove the wooden bits carefully, sand it and glue the button on top of it. This will be the step for the door. Let's make a basket. We cut out the paper parts. Glue them onto a piece of fabric with a basket-like structure. Remove some threads of the fabric. and twist them into one strand. Cut the fabric. We're now going to fold it into a basket. Now we can glue the parts together. The strand is used as a handle. This is a creative way of reusing a clothespin by making a bench out of it. And this is the way to do it. A few bits and bobs for making small items. From 2 metal bead caps we make a fruit ball. It's very refined. Now for the fruits we use small beads and a piece of wire will act as a twig. This is going to be a tiny kitchen towel holder made from wire, a paper strip, which we have to cut out first, and a bead. This is a cute little spoon. More bits and bobs turned into small ornaments. Little snippets of paper that will become cotton for the cotton yarn. This little shed reminded me of a TV show of long ago that was called The Borrowers. Does anyone recall these series? There was a family of tiny people living under the floorboards of a house, and they collected all the materials that were lost, thrown away or abandoned by the family of the house, and they used it for their own benefits. Please leave a comment if you remember the series or have read the book. This shed is called Forest House, according to the sign. Let's make a book. Cut out the paper parts, fold and glue the cover, cut out the pages and fold it this way. Glue it inside the cover. we're going to make an ornament from thick black wire. Next step is to cut out the pieces and bend them into shape. Because the wire is thick, bending is a challenge. But finally, here it is. Colorful beads are going to be thread on a wire. It gives a festive feeling. We will make some flowers from paper cuttings and stammen. Cutting out the paper flowers. And cutting the last stammen in half to make some more flowers. To give the shed a natural feel to it, we will use some greenery. I will show you how to make some of the stems with leaves. And here they are. The trunk is part of the package, but we need to paint it and give it a mossy appearance. The color brown covers the trunk neatly. And because we're dealing with nature here, it doesn't need to be perfect. A bit of highlights for spicing things up. The kitchen towel holder shall find a place inside the trunk. Lastly, we're going to sprinkle some fake moss onto the trunk. Well, I like the result. Well, now it's time for some vines to appear. We cut out the green and black wires. The first wire we wind around our paintbrush into a spiral. The second we wind around our finger. Then we will twine a green wire around the black one. And the last one will be partly twisted around the paintbrush. The intertwined wires will be painted in a brown color. From this tinfoil can we will make a door frame. First, we cut the wire for the can opener mechanism and the black wire for the door ornament. Then we cut the aluminum sheet. We decorate the side of the can with paper. And roll up the aluminum sheet with our pliers. The wire is bent into shape and glued inside the roll. Then we have to cut out a square of the top of the can to allow the light to shine in. The roll is glued onto the can and now it's time to fetch the door. First, we decorate the door with the ornament and the black wire. Then we glue it inside the can. It fits exactly. And now it's time to make the lights working. First, we cut the light pins. That's 1 and that's 2. Now we can connect the light pins to the wires. The most exciting task is to test the lights and, well, it works. These are green heat shrink tubes. We cut them and heat them. Please do this carefully. This plastic bead will be the lampshade. By twisting the wires, we are able to shove them into the tube. And by putting a piece of metal wire inside the tube, we are able to bend the lamp any way we choose. Heat it and the lamp is finished. This looks like an egg carton, but it's supposed to be a rock. The rock will support the lamps, and to make that happen, we cut out the bottom and a piece at the side. Now we can start the decoration. With moss and seaweed, we transform it into a rock that has been lying in the water for years. We start with the little dormer. Sand the wooden pieces. Assemble it carefully. Cut out the roof tiles with the craft knife. We need 2 roof tiles for the dormer. And now we paint the dormer white. The white paint doesn't cover very well. I had to repaint it 5 times till I was happy with the result. Glue the roof tiles onto the dormer. And it's finished. The shed also needs 2 pieces of roof tiles. Into one of them we cut out the cavity in which we place the dormer. These are the walls of the shed and the material to decorate them. First, we paint the wooden bits white. We start with the borders and then we paint the walls. And once again, I had to repaint it at least 4 times before the white paint covered the pieces. The rack is covered in brown paint and this color needs only 1 coating. And this is the finished look. We glue the paper parts onto the walls. And cut out the back side of the shed out of the thick white cardboard. Now cut out a shutter on which the rack will be glued. Behind the shutter we will place the battery. Let's glue the walls together and we see how the shed takes shape. With these wooden pieces we will construct the attic, and they will support the roof tiles. Finally, we place the dormer onto the roof. The wall needs a window, so let's place one. The back of the rock will hide all the technical stuff. We start with the lights. The first lamp will not be seen at the front of the shed, but its light will shine through the holes of the rock. The second lamp will light up the front of the shed and we can bend it in shape. The wires of both lamps will be twined together. Now open up the battery case by unscrewing the screws. Put the batteries in the right spot with the right side up or down. If they are in the correct position, we can close the lid by tightening the screws. Then connect the wires of the lamp with the wires of the battery. Make sure that you connect the right wires. If that's done, we can test the lights again. And what a relief! They are working fine. Now we can place the rock inside the shed and close the back with the cardboard wall. This is how it looks like. The hole in the rock will be covered by a window. Finding a nice spot for the little blue door. We're now able to fill the shed with all the decorations we have been working on. This button ornament is now the plateau on which the door rests. The vines will be playfully winding through the shed. Beautiful red flowers will bring more color to the shed. All the leaves will find a place. I like the idea of decorating a miniature house with stuff that was found and the creativity in thinking how to use the materials. At last, we will adjust the chains with the colorful beads. In order to let them hang properly, I decided to glue some copper beads on the top, so I could hook the chains onto the beads. Well, here is the final result. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I loved making this cute little shed. I would be very happy if you would like, subscribe and leave a comment. If you hit the bell, you won't miss another video. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you a wonderful day.